28 degrees. Ooh, cold. It's just after 8:30 a.m. The sun's shining over there, but not here. It's a little cloudy today. Yeah, but I can see sunshine on those trees. Sun's been up for about an hour or more, but it's cloudy. And there's black bully. I call him black bully because he's mostly black or dark brown. I don't know, brownie. That wind's cold. Look at that calf. She's still here. Good. Yeah, but look, she must have got her back legs in some mud. Because her back legs are up to her, I don't know, call them elbows? Knees. Those are her back legs, so it must be her knees. Anyway, oh, there's the sun. Yeah, came out. Oh, they're all here. I'm glad to see her still hanging out with these cows. But they're still eating grass too, even in this cold weather. It's not growing, but they're still munching on it. And there's the sun. This birdie came out. Yeah, it's a windy day again today and cold. I got something to do. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm going to try to do something today in the workshop first. I can get that done, and then I'll see what the day holds. Oops. Turn off my camera. I just fed you. Well, I guess you're cold. Yeah, but you got a fur coat. Oh yeah, that one's cold again from the north. Taste of winter early. Yeah. Oh, the cows saw me, which means they're gonna walk up now, thinking they're gonna get something from me. Those two are coming up. The others haven't seen me. Oh, Bully saw me, but he don't care. He's just standing there munching away on chewing his cud. Yeah. Yeah, she must have gotten to this deep mud here, around the edge. I'm guessing. Yeah. Or she got back in there in that little pond there, way in the back. Yeah. Oh, sun feels good on the side that it's shining on, except for the wind. Yeah, the wind, not so much. A cold wind, this a biting wind. There we go, in, warm up, get ready, get dressed for outside weather. Cat, yeah, sun feels good on you. Oh, you fell off. I guess they don't mind the cold. They got their fur coat on. And that milk thief calf, she looks kind of scrawny now compared to the Highlanders, because they got fat. But I'm going to feed her corn if I can, every now and then in the barn. If I can get her isolated away from these other cattle. Okay, go in the house where it's warm. Buzzard. Looking for a free meal, huh? I don't got none for you. Although it's about time time of year I can start eliminating the raccoons that come up to eat cat food. Yeah, you'll like those. And anything that, but I have to set my cat food out farther away from the house so I don't accidentally hit something. I'm not ready for that yet. There's your cat. Yeah. There's some cattle laying down over there. That's why I feed my hay bale there. I think I started that last year, last winter, toward the spring, I think. Yeah. Because the cattle were laying down there, probably because it's out of the wind. So that's why I start feeding the bale there. And then I put that gate in so I can drive around there easier. Oh, let me take a look at them cattle. Yeah, the wind's still cold. They relax, yeah. Next time I feed a bale, I'll feed them over here, like I did before. They lay here because I think it's out of the wind more, or less wind. These three are hanging out together. They sort of formed their own little herd there. Two bulls and that calf. So at least she's content to stay with somebody. She's not trying to get out, so that's good. Oh, that wind's cold. Yeah. Oh, they got hay around the corner. Around the corner there, so I can work with that. Or they can work with that. She got up, stretching her legs. Yeah, she's got muddy legs. She's in the mud, been in the mud somewhere. Just hang in there, girl. Yeah, they got hay over there. I think I just gave it to them not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't that long ago. I don't remember. Just a couple days ago, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to work with them today, I don't think, unless I can catch her up by the barn. When she's up by the barn, either by herself or in a group, I'll lock her in that pen, and then I can feed her. I ain't gonna worry about him. I want to keep feeding her though. What? I heard you. I heard you. I don't know what you want. You got food up by the house. I got something to do today, or trying to do. Well, let me get started on that. Probably hard to see in the video, but I can see way down there in my big pasture, way in the distance. The cattle are down there by the bridge. And then that pasture there. Looks like they're eating some grass. Whatever grass is left after this cold weather. Pretty still windy out here. And like I said, it was 28. I don't know how cold it got last night, but it was 28 this morning around 8 or 8:30. Is it 28? Yeah, something like that. And that means there was ice formed on this tub here, tub of water. Yeah. Yeah, actually I found this tub during that flood of 23, I think. Yeah, flood of 23. About 8 inches. And this tub, empty tub here, was washed up from the floodwaters up at my gate there. At the bottom of the pasture road, it was pushed against the gate with some other debris. Yeah, so I brought it home. Pretty cool. Yeah, must have floated down from a neighbor who we raised cattle and had this protein tub, but it was empty. So anyway, I've used it a few times for other different things. Yeah. Lately I was using this to do laundry sometimes when it was hot outside. But today I'm washing clothes with my wash machine, and then I use my electric dryer to dry them. Okay, let's go. Let's see what I can do today. Well, sun's bright today. Still got a chilly wind. I don't know what the temperature is. I've been working in my workshop most of today. Yeah, at least the afternoon anyway. I've been looking for something. I thought sure I had one or two, a set of them. I was going to do some work on the blade, grater blade that I used out in a big pasture near the pond area to scrape some dirt. I wanted to scrape some manure on the concrete at the barn, just to get it out of the way. Till I can haul it out next year. Anyway, I couldn't find it, so I decided to clean my workshop. I have done that 20, 30 years. Yeah, I reorganized it a little bit. Mostly I was cleaning up all the mud dauber's nests. There's so many of them. Anyway, I got it somewhat organized. Yeah, I still got some more cleanup to do, but it's good enough. But I didn't find what I was looking for. I could have swore I bought some. I just don't know what I did with them. Yeah, I just don't know. Anyway, I could still use the blade the way it is, but I thought I could replace the hitch pins. But it didn't work out that way. And now it's after 3 already, so too late to do any blade work. But maybe I can do it tomorrow. Today would have been a good day though. Sunny and a little warmer than yesterday. And the wind's not so bad right now. Don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I forgot to look at I looked, but I don't remember what the forecast. I know it's going to be cold at night. But I might do that blade work tomorrow before the rain comes on Saturday. Is it Saturday day or Saturday night? I think it's Friday night and it's Saturday morning. I forget. Anyway, this is what I wanted to change. I mentioned this before. I wanted to change these a long time ago, and I thought sure I bought some new ones, the ones that are bigger around that will match my 3-point hitch balls. But I couldn't find them. I guess I want to do that. I'll have to buy some new ones again. I could have swore I bought some though. That one's still tight. Although I tried changing them before and I couldn't. That's what all these marks are on there for. I had a pipe wrench on this side and a wrench on that side. I just couldn't budge it. I couldn't get them off. That side too. Okay, but another day I'll work on that. So I'll probably hook this up tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it anymore today. All that cleaning up I did in the workshop. I didn't take any video of what it looked like before I started. I'm too embarrassed to what it looked like then. So I'll just go with the after. Yeah, it looks a little better. Yeah, still a lot of work I need to do in it, but at least I can see what I got better, and you know, cluttered up. I also need to work on the area behind the truck. I need to put some shelves in there. Yeah, I gotta organize that too. One thing at a time. When I get the ambition to do it, that's when it gets done. But not today. Sun's already getting low. I'll go see where the cattle are. I haven't seen them. I just saw them this morning, and then I started working in the workshop. I'll show you the workshop first. Just to show you what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I thought about taking a video before I started cleaning it. But, I was just too embarrassed to show it. I know I should have kept it cleaner, but I let it go. That's better, a little better now though. Not very bright in there. I got a little light on top. I just plugged it in. I've had it plugged in all day today, but I still got a pile of dirt there. I don't have a broom, so I just used my boot to pile it up. Here's some of them mud daubers. I was just throwing them out, and the rest of them are in that bucket. Most of them are mud daubers and other stuff that I cleaned off the counter, the workbench. I didn't do nothing underneath. That's another job for another day. But I'll show you what I did. I don't have no permanent power to that. And that hole up there is just where rain comes in. Anyway, I have to plug it up with the extension cord when I want to turn it on. But anyway, here's my big vise. And I need to organize the top there. I didn't really do nothing with up there. I did find a new chain bar, what do you call it? Bar chain, bar something. I found an old one too, and then I found a new one. I didn't even know I had it. Maybe I'll switch it out with the chainsaw. Anyway, I got a little organized. I just got a socket set in there. I don't like to close it and open it all the time, so I just leave it open to cover it with a towel so the cats don't scatter it. Yeah. And then over here, yeah, I had two skulls in here, laying over here. Cow skulls. I moved them out. I think I had 4 sets of horns too. Short horns. Okay. You can see all the mud daubers everywhere. Yeah, I tore some of them off, but yeah, I didn't want to bother. But like I said, I didn't find what I was looking for. Anyway, yeah. These are just some odds and ends, some grease for the grease gun. That's my old lunchbox I used to use at Thomas and Prote's Lumber. A long time ago. Long time ago. I never used it when I worked at the, what's the name of that place? Magna, the auto parts place for 32 years. But I used that for 9 years at the Thomas and Prote's in town. Yeah, and there's my RAM. I keep that in here. Here's some of the tools. Oh, they were over here. They were all piled up here. I got another little vise, which I hardly ever use. I got a couple old bicycles. That was my bicycle, 10-speed. And my wife had a little bitty bicycle too, with ones with the banana seat and big bars. So she liked that. But I took about a while. I think last year or the year before. Yeah, all the tires are rotten and the cables are all froze up. So I don't know if I ever going to fix them again. But anyway, I used to have the gas jugs down here on the ground, but I tried to put them up there. Just get in my way. And I cleaned this all off, and most of it was that stuff over there and that stuff over here. The only thing that's probably in the same place is that thing. I left that in the same place. There is something else. When I first built this, see these drawers? They slide in. I got one in here, which is covered up because there's nothing in there. I cleaned them out too. They were all full. Here I got some drill bits in here. And then this can slide in out of my way if I want to, but I just leave it out. I got a few things in there. And that little one there, that actually came out of there. But I've had it out over here for a long time. Yeah. It's a little better than it was. There's still a lot of cleanup I need to do. Yeah, there's just some odds and ends. And here's some pliers I gotta soak in oil or WD because they're froze up, they're rusted up. Here's my old pipe wrench. Here's a new pipe wrench. Just some tools, files. I got a toolbox, but I don't have a whole lot of stuff in it. That's just some odds and ends that I had put them in. There's a new jack. I forget what I bought that for. Oh, I put a new jack on my cattle trailer. No. I put a new jack. No, the cattle trailer is still the original. On my 6-bale, big bale carrier trailer, the big one. And then I got this one for the jack on the small trailer. But I never did do anything with it. Here's an old BB gun. I don't know where I got it from. It could have been mine. I really can't remember where I got it from. But anyway, that's the block and tackle from the farm. I've had it here ever since I moved here. I forgot why I had it. I used it for something. Anyway, that's the block and tackle my dad always used to raise up hogs. He had a big tree there at his old house where he grew up, and that's where he did all his butchering, his hogs in the kitchen, the old kitchen, which had a wood stove in it. I think it had a sink, but no running water, if I remember right. But he used buckets and stuff, I think. Oh, no. I don't remember it anymore. It might have had a hand pump coming from the cistern. But but I remember that. Made out of regular rope, old-fashioned rope. And then I bought that block and tackle at an auction somewhere. Anyway, that's what I got. Now, underneath... stepped on something. Anyway, over there, that's just some more. I don't know if I got any. I didn't look at it, but that says plastic sheeting. I don't know if I still got some in there or not. I might have some in there. I never did look. I haven't used it in 20 or 30 years. Here I got some concrete tools, and I got some old metal. What do you call it? Wedges for splitting wood. And here I got my drills. I think most of them are old. I think the only one that works is that one there, that hand saw. Yeah, I got toolbox I got some junk in there. I got two toolboxes here with more junk. Box of screws, some old pot. Yeah. I think this cat's pregnant. Like I said, I got some more cleanup to do here. Yeah. I got some old things there for the hay rake. Yeah. Some more over there. Those are the old broken ones down there. But yeah, still got some cleanup to do around here. Anyway, this is what I worked on all day today. Or half a day, should I say half a day. Since around 12. Yeah, there's a couple horns there. I just stuck them up there just to get them out of my way. There's some old halters that I used to use, like an old halter. I made that halter, and I got some more out in the barn. There's one I bought. I bought that halter because I used to halter the calves to train them, but I don't do that anymore. That's too much work. Anyway, this is what I got now. Yeah, that's my ram that I use on my the old disc and the what's that thing? The old culti-mulcher. Yeah, that's parked at the hayfield. Okay, I need to dump that, but not today. I also have a wall here. I put some cans and stuff here. And that there, I forget why I put that there. I think to keep the birds out or keep the raccoons out. I forget. Put some sacks there in the eave there. I can't remember why I put that. There's one missing. But that's when I used to have chickens. on the other side, that box on the other side. I used to raise baby chicks there. Probably what it is. I tried to keep the animals out. Anyway, that's what I did today. Yeah, that thing there. That's here some lime. I don't know. Calcium carbonate. Yeah, I don't know. I think I bought that for the road for ice. I'm not sure what I bought that for. Anyway, that's an old baler twine. Before I started using plastic, I had was it hemp? Yeah, hemp or sisal, not hemp. Sisal twine. Yeah, it rots fast and it's not very strong. I started using that orange plastic twine, and then I never went back to that. But I still got it though. I don't know what I'll ever do with it. I still got some balls of orange twine too that I haven't used because I haven't used a square baler for such a long time. And that's an old can. The top broke off, so I need to fix that if I can. If I can find something, a little spout that goes. Anyway, that's enough about this. I'm not very organized. That's an old, I forgot, that's an old power takeoff arm. I forgot what I used it for. Oh, I know what I used it for. I used it for the old bush hog. Yeah, the old bush hog. Yeah, it's not on there no more. And then, but the something in the gear, a shaft in the gear broke in the gearbox, and I tried getting it fixed, but I just couldn't find the parts. So it's still sitting there. Yeah, I already told you a story about that a long time ago. My wife wanted to use the bush hog to mow the pasture. I was there. I was out in the truck with her, watching her, and for some reason there was a hay. But that's when we were still feeding the square bales out the big pasture on top. That's when we first started, and then she was mowing the weeds, and now she was doing pretty good. But there was a hay bale was set out for the cattle, and I don't know what possessed her, but she ran over that hay bale with the mower. I mean, it was a square bale. It was pretty much unless there was some weeds around it. But I think the cattle were the area was pretty much open. I don't think there were any weeds. I don't remember. I just remember she ran over it and broke the mower. Yeah, maybe she thought she was going to scatter it for the cattle. I don't know. I never understood. I didn't blame her for it. I didn't want her to be upset, so I just let it go. Yeah, I think she was more upset with herself for doing it. So I just didn't make an issue of it and told her it was okay. It's only a machine. As long as she didn't get hurt, that's the main thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's a story about that. I tried to have it fixed, but just couldn't find the parts. But if I can find the parts someday, I'll try to get it fixed. Okay, guess I better turn the light out and go check the cattle. See if they're at the barn. Or probably eating hay. I locked the door to the shop because I stored my gas in there years ago when I had the gas out here behind the truck. 2 jugs were stolen, so which I reported to the police, but I never got them back because I didn't have no information that was helpful. Anyway, I keep it locked now, just to prevent somebody from getting the urge to steal. Since I'm showing you my workshop, I guess I'll show you my other areas that I need to clean up that I'm embarrassed about too, because I just collecting clutter. I don't like to show this area, but this is my problem area. I got to clean this up. Look at that. I got that skull, and that skull was in the workshop on top of the workshop bench. Now that's the cow that's the cow of the Highland here. That's sort of a light tan. The one that's still a heifer. Yeah, that was her. That was her last calf. And she died of arthritis or something, I forget. Or she ate some hay that was hot or something. I think maybe, is that him or was that her or that was somebody else? Anyway, this is the last Highland bull that I had. He died of something which I don't know what he died of. Just I guess around 2019 or was it before or after my wife? I think it was after my wife. I think it's 2021 maybe. I forget. I think it was before my wife passed away. Anyway, and that one there, that's one when I used to raise the cattle at the farm, the Highlands. I remember her. She was having a calf, and the ground was soft wherever she was having it, and she was laying on her side, and she dug her horn, by working it back and forth. She dug that horn into the ground, and she couldn't get back up. That's what killed her. And I didn't find her soon enough. I think she died before she was under too much stress trying to get her head, and she never did deliver the calf. Yeah, but she died having the calf, or trying to. Yeah, and those are the old boards from that small trailer I have out here. Yeah, I got the others are out in the. The others are out in the. Wait a minute. Yeah, the others are out in the longer ones are out in the barn. I'm using that for barricades on the fence. I'm not sure what that is. Those two are the ends. That one I'm not sure what that came from. That might have been an old board from my truck. The old my old truck, my old 1985 F-150. I had a sideboards like that all the way around I think it was on the front and the two sides. I don't think I had anything on the back. I don't think. Yeah. It's just like these here. They got places for punching out the hole. You know, I could put sideboards on here too, but I didn't need it here. Yeah, but on my old truck I did. Had two long boards and a thing there, and I think that was that was the board near behind the windshield. Yeah, I got some more. I got to clean all this stuff out of here. Yeah, I got boxes of stuff. I got old. Here's another. I don't know where this one came from. I got another skull. Maybe that's the last bull that died. I'm not sure. Yeah. There's the arms. I told you I don't throw nothing away. There's the two arms I replaced on the tractor. There, I replaced them. And that's where I had the gas stored when they were stolen. There's an old water pump I used to use for the pond. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like to show this area. It's just a mess. I don't know. I think I found that ATV. Yeah, I found that ATV on the side of the road. That old tire. And I found that refrigerator on the side of the road. It still worked when I bought it. When I brought it home. But there's the door. I'm using that for shelf for stuff. Yeah, I got to clean this up. Yeah, those are cushions. The big hay trailer back there, behind there, the big one I use for the big bales. I used to. Those were some cushions. They're real long, and I got a piece of plywood set on sawhorses. But what I need to do in here is build some shelves. At least one, two. This corner too. Build some shelves here so I can store stuff there. Yeah, probably all the way down. But that's another project for another day. But I really need to clean this area up. Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a ball of blue twine. I think we used that. When my brother had a round baler, Gil Beeve. No, uh, began with a G. I forget the name of the company, the brand. Gamir, something like that. Anyway, that's a smaller. I don't know what the size. That's the smaller size, and I bought some of that for the round baler when we used to make round bales. Anyway, I got some cleanup here to do. Maybe I'll do that this winter. Anyway, that's my mess. I made it, so I guess I should clean it up someday. Okay. Let me go check the cattle here, just to see what's going on. I didn't mention it, but today's Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving holiday. But I ain't going to nobody's dinner. One, I wasn't invited, or if I was, I don't remember. And if I was, I wouldn't go. I don't like too many. I don't like big crowds of people. Too noisy. And I guess I'm too sensitive. Anyway, there. That's the jack I want to replace. The one I showed you in the workshop. Right there. I need to replace that. I replaced the one over there. Yeah. But that's a new one. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's a new one. I need to replace that too. That's on my to-do list. And to make room in that workshop, this thing was in there and that was in there, right in the open area that I was walking around, standing in. Yeah, I didn't have any room to maneuver in there. Yeah. Before I bought my John Deere lawnmower, that's what I was using, and it worked. I thought it would still work, but I think the lever is rusted up or something. Yeah, I might try to start it someday. And that's an old. That's a thing there. I've used it in the past before, when but the one I got on the tractor now, when that got broke, it had to be re-welded right there at the point. The spear part broke off from the square tubing, and I took it to town, and I had somebody patch it, re-weld it. So it's working good now. But in the meantime, I was using this. This belongs to the farm. Some reason I just don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But I had to use it, so I should be taking it back one of these days. But I keep it as a spare just in case I need it. In case something happens to that one again. Okay, let's check the cattle. There's the hay. Still got plenty. There they are. And there's the little one. There's the milk thieves calf. Yeah. The rest, there's the black one over there. White bull. That's the black one's a bull. His little brother. That's the little brother of that one. And then there's that cow, or that heifer there, that big old heifer. Never had a calf. She's the daughter of that skull that I showed you in the shop. I'll send them out one of these days to get a good look at them. I don't know why I'm keeping them. They died here for some reason. I didn't kill them. I'm not sure. I can't remember what they all died of. Old age or something maybe. I know one of them ate some, when we used to have square bales, I guess I baled it too green, and I gave them one, or they got into it somehow, and I think that was a young bull, if I remember right. Could have been a cow. Yeah. Anyway, if that calf, that young calf there, the one here in front, if she would have been up by the barn, I'd give her some corn. But unless she goes up there on her own, I'm not chasing her. Okay, I guess that's all for today. Well, at least I got something done. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to take that blade and I wanted to replace those things. Guess I'll have to buy some because I can't find what if I have them, I just don't know where I put them. Yeah. If they weren't in the workshop or in my truck, they're not on the tractor either. Yeah. Oh, I'll buy some. Actually, before I buy some, yeah, I should buy some. I'm gonna have to grind off those other things though, because I can't get them off those pins. Well, that's it then. I might come back for a sunset since the sky's clear. Yeah, we'll see. All right, everybody's doing okay. They got little grass to eat out here, and they still got that big pile of hay there. Plus, they still got a little hay at the barn where the calves were inside the barn in that pen. But I probably won't eat much of that since they crapped all over it. All right, I'll come back for sunset maybe later. Yeah. There's the sun. I had a view just like this the other day, except I was closer to the building. Yeah, it's about 3:30 p.m., another hour. About the time, it's 3:50. It's almost 4 p.m. Okay. The ice melted on this water, but it'll freeze again every night for a while. According to the weather forecast, extended forecast. Yeah, getting close to sunset. Another half hour or so. Yeah. Here's some mullein growing. I think there was a big mullein growing here, and I guess these are the babies. I'll let them grow here again next year too. I'm on my porch now. Yeah, it's still cold. I'll check the temperature. There's my gate that I fixed, renovated a few days ago. I think it should work a lot better now. I'm happy with it. Got that big post over there for the hinge instead of having it over here. That post broke off. That's where the hinges were. Broke off. I pulled this part out of the ground, and then I took the broken part on top and I put it in the same hole. It's shorter, but it's just there to hold the gate closed. That's all. Gate stop. Yeah. I think I did a pretty good job. I even straightened the gate out with the truck, running it over. Put some boards. Well, when I get the tractor hooked up to or get that blade hooked to the tractor, if I do it tomorrow, I'd like to do it before Saturday because it's supposed to rain Saturday. Yeah, big system's coming across, but the worst of it's going to be up north, where it's going to be just north of St. Louis. But according to the weatherman on TV, where I'm at, I should only get a rain, maybe a little freezing rain, but mostly there's a deer down in there. I'm more, three of them. Yeah, right here, right there. They heard me. Yeah, they're walking along the side of those tall weeds. Oh, they're going down into the creek. I think they went down into the creek. Yeah, they were running around. Anyway, I said once I hook up that, after I hook up that thing, I'm gonna, after I do some blading of the manure inside on the concrete behind the barn there, I'm going to. There's another one. There's another one right there. Yeah, another one's coming up. It's that time of day. Anyway, once I blade some manure to, get it out of the way, I'm going to bring that tub. I'll use the tractor and that blade to. I'll put a chain around it or a rope or something, and I'll drag it. Maybe I'll get some boards to put it on top and drag it on boards. So it's like a sled. I'll make it like a sled if I can find something to use. Yeah, there's a deer right there. Right there. He's moving this way. Slowly. Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that. I want to get that thing on concrete in the barn so they can have better access to it and they won't make a big mess around it. Okay, that's all. I'll come back later for the sunset, which will be soon. Well, at least I got something done today on that workshop. Yeah, I still didn't find what I was looking for though. Well, it's 4 p.m. now. Sunset's just after 4:30, so I'll come back around 4:20 and see what I can see. Yeah, 35 degrees. Didn't warm up much today, did it? There you are, girl. You get up. You want some corn? If you want corn, you got to go out to the barn. I won't bring it to you. Yeah, there's the young one here. I think that's the oldest cow. Yeah, yourself. And then the white bull's back there. He's been, and I'm right there. You can see my shadow. There's my shadow. Yeah. And there's the black bull, the little brother of the white one, and the other younger Highlander. Oh, and there's that the old heifer that never had a calf. Yeah, back there. Yeah. Well, don't forget, now's a good time to go eat some hay, girl, while the other cattle aren't around to chase you away. Okay. Yeah, sun's getting low. Yeah. Sun's getting low. Just a few places are getting sunlight here. Near the tops of the trees. And over that way. It's still pretty bright. Yeah, there's the sun. Yeah, I'll come back later. I'll go up to the top and see if I can catch the sun going down. Like I said, if you want some corn, you can see me walking way over there. Yeah, right there. Somewhere there. Okay, that's enough for now. Okay, if you want corn, you're going to have to be at the barn. I could probably take a tour. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. I can carry a bucket down there to her, but as soon as the other cows see her eating out of it, if she eats out of it, they're going to come wanting some for themselves. So I don't want to cause a fight. All right, I'll cross that bridge later. I've been looking at the sun and I can't see. And the deer were down in there. Maybe I'll walk over there and see if I can see them. There's my cattle trailer. Can't see it because of the sun. And I got a reflection in the water of the sun too. Hey, maybe I'll get a bucket. Oh, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. She saw me, the older cow. I was going to walk to the barn and see if I could get the calf to come in. Now they're all coming. Coming to meet me. But the only one I want to feed is that one. I'm going to head up there. Get ready with a bucket of corn. See what happens. Yeah, that's where the deer were. But too many trees in the way, I can't see nothing. Oh good, she's coming. Come on in. Yeah. Once you're in here, I'll close this gate so the other cattle can't come. Then I'll give you some corn. Got the bucket of feed, and she's over there eating this stuff. So I'm gonna pour that in there for her, and I'll come back later and open this gate up again for the other cattle. Look at that. She's eating out of the bucket, and I'll probably dump it in there so she can eat it on top of the molasses. Yeah. I'll see if I can pet her too while she's eating. Yeah. She's a little afraid of me. Not much. You gonna let me pet you? Yeah. Yeah, this is my pet right here. I don't have to hold the bucket. Well, my hands are cold. She's warm. She only lets me do that when she's eating. Yeah. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I'm just getting you used to my touch. Yeah. Yeah. Around her nose. Hold on. I'm not hurting you. They like it behind the ears and behind, right here. They like to be scratched right here and behind the ears. And sometimes the neck, but not right now. She needs to get used to me first. Okay, I'm cold. There you go. There you go. I'll let you finish that, and I'll come back and come back later after you finish eating that, and then I'll open that gate up again for the other cattle. I'm gonna go in and warm up. Yeah, I dumped the corn into there. She can eat it on top of the protein and molasses. Yeah, I'll get her. At least I'll get her tamed out. So I'll have one tame cow out there in the big pasture when I take her back. There, she's eating the corn, and she was eating the molasses first. So now she's eating both. Yeah, I think I'll just leave this as my sunset. I don't think if I come back out, it's going to be down anyway, because my hands are freezing. Because I got to come back after she's done eating that, because I don't think she gets much chance to eat that molasses when the cows are here, and she's got to clean up the corn I gave her too. But I'll open that gate again before it gets too dark. Neighbor's dogs are barking. about a quarter mile away to the northwest. I can hear him. There she is, eating peacefully all by herself, with no other cattle bothering her. 4:22 p.m. Sun's getting lower. Different angle. Same sunset. Another angle. I'm moving north. I'm even farther north now. There's north. There's west. There's south. There's my mailbox. And that's southwest. This will be my sunset view. I'll go out later and make sure that calf is done. Eating the corn before I open the gate. Yeah, I timed it pretty good. Didn't even go. Only went in the house to go down the stairs and come out the other door, and then go back in that door and go back up the stairs to catch the sunset. Okay, that's all. That's all for the sunset. I still have to open the gate later, but I know she's done eating the corn. Because I don't want to give the other cattle a taste of corn. They might pick on her. I think the bull's mooing over there. Sure is cold. Looks like the sun is behind the trees now, right about there. Down low. I'm at the big veil. Yeah, the sun's down behind the trees now. Looks like the other cattle are going down the hill already. She's over here. They went back down. I guess you're going to go back down and get some hay. Oh, cold. I'll be back. I can open the gate. I'll be back. I thought I saw the last of the sun, but since I moved over here, got a better view of the sun now. Again, those big thick trees aren't in my way. Looking good. Let me try something. There's them two, and those are down there, and she's eating there, and I got the sunset between those two big trees. My hands, they're so cold. Let me check her corn, see if I can open the gate before I go back in the house. Because once I go in, I don't think I want to come back. She's still cleaning up the corn. That's good. Because if you don't, the other cattle will. Sunset over the calf. Milk thief calf. Well, I'm glad there was a clear skies tonight, right? There's the cattle down there. No corn for them, but next week I'll put a bale there, right there. Yeah. Okay, one last look at the sunset. The sun's really getting low now. Let's check the time. Right now the time is 4:33 p.m. As the sun is sliding down out of sight. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and open the gate. She's almost done. Yeah. There's a few crumbs left, but she's a slow eater, I know that. But I'm too cold to wait. Cattle are down there, so by the time they get up there won't be much corn left. Okay, open the gate. Just in time. Look who came back up the hill. 1, 2. Yeah, they're gonna head over there. Hurry up and eat. They're gonna chase you out of the way. The others didn't come up yet. Look, they're running. Yeah, I knew they chased her out of the way. Blackie, you got left behind, huh? Who else is coming? Oh, you coming? All right. Well, they all can't eat around that. At least you got some. That's my goal here. I want to make sure she gets some. Now they're tasting the corn now, a little bit. I think there's corn in that protein tub anyway. Getting low on battery. Better get in the house. Oh, he's coming up slowly. What? Oh, you finally made it, huh? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll go in. Did you get something? Did you get enough? Huh? Did you get enough? Yeah, you go back. She'll probably go in the barn, thinking she's going to get some in there. I could have put some in there, but I don't want them. I don't want them to get into habit of eating corn in the barn either. Yeah, this worked out pretty good today. Fed her corn in that tub, so she got both. Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to let you eat on this tub anyway. Oh no, she went back the other way. She went back the other way. She didn't go in the barn. Well, Bully pushed them out of his way. Yeah, he can throw his weight around now. Not like, and then she just has to do that. The younger one, she has to pick on her. They had a good fight yesterday though, down in there. They fought for a long time down through there. Yeah. She usually gives up right away lately. Yeah. Just stop picking on everybody. Yeah. I just hope these 3 have calves. My hands are frozen. Okay, that's all for today. I'm going in the house where it's warm. When I came back from working up in the workshop, my laundry was already done for quite a while because I started at around noon before I came out, and I put it in the dryer, so it's drying right now. So that'll warm up the horse. Besides my space heaters. Okay, that's it. Who's coming up? Oh, Elsta. Well, you're going to have to wait your turn. I don't think they're going to let you eat. But I think she wanted to. Are you gonna chase him away too? Yeah. You always have to pick on somebody, don't you? Okay. That's all. I'm done for today. Let's see what I can do tomorrow. Hi, girl. Did you get any? No, you have to wait your turn. They're busy eating there.